Rivendell. Elven home. Speak friend and enter.
Hello.
Ariel, hi.
Welcome to Rivendell. Come in. How are you doing? This is the headquarters of the Scottish Fellowship. We've got lots and lots of things to look at. These are some lobby cards from French cinema. So there's quite a few very famous scenes from the film. And including the one at the bottom of the Council of Elrond, you can see the back of Bret's head. Yeah.
Those are my shoulders. That's not my real hair, that's a wig.
I got quite a few of my signed pictures of various actors and actresses from the film. So Elijah Wood I got, and Kate Blanchett. This one actually wrote to Ian Mckellan, and he sent that one to me. That's why my name's actually on it.
Right.
And I have a Christopher Lee signed card here, and FIGWIT's up there, of course. Yeah, that was the first time I went to see your show on the Friday night 2 weeks ago.
And our first night, there were probably about 7 or 8 people. Do you remember? You were doing the lights. There was about 7 or 8 people in our show, and there was this one woman sitting by herself, and maybe 1/3 through the show, she had, "Go FIGWIT," or she said, "Go FIGWIT," in a really sort of polite Scottish accent.
Yeah.
I collect trading cards, and there's 2 different sets. And
These ones you're trading, that you've got to trade.
That's right, and just for people coming to the party to just help themselves and make a donation, because we're supporting a charity. So you can put your donations in this. Have you got a coin?
Yeah,
because the special sound effect.
Okay, we'll put £1 into the...
I hope it's going to work.
What's the charity?
The charity is called the Hebridean Whale and Dolphin Trust. We've already raised £90 last weekend, and if we raise £100, we can name a dolphin. So we're trying to raise enough to be able to...
Oh, here we go.
Great, thank you.
What are you going to call the dolphin? Rivendell? No.
FIGWIT.
FIGWIT. No. Oh my god.
Hello, I'm well, thank you. I'm Anna.
I'm Bret.
Hello, Bret. Nice to meet you.
I'm Steve.
Nice to meet you, Bret. Sure.
Hello there.
Hello.
So, hi.
Hello. Gina. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Jenny.
Oh, right.
I'm Gemma.
Gemma, hi. Awesome. I'll show you a seat.
Whew. Sorry. Just pushy to it, isn't it?
Does anyone have yours? No.
No.
Big, great.
She's got some more if you want them.
Some ears. Yeah, she put some ears on it.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
What
Ring has been destroyed.
Keep us informed.
Just putting some elf ears on. This is a real flashback to the days I worked on it. It's my left here. Is that right?
That's alright.
On the film. Oh, this is quite similar actually now. Yeah, sitting down, 5:30 in the morning. But it took them about an hour to get the ears on. Oh, that's really quick.
Okay.
Does it look better? Look more like FIGWIT?
These are dwarves arguing with the elves.
You play an elf,
etc.
or you're Legolas there, right?
Yeah, you're Legolas.
I'm Legolas, yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the dwarves should take it. Oh, the dwarves are. Don't give it to the dwarves. The elves should take it.
I will take the ring! I will take the ring! I will take it to Mordor!
That's how I did it. The ears really, got me into character. If I had the wig,
Just like that.
yeah.
I thought Bret had a really good sense of humour about it, because when it first started, it seemed to be quite mocking. Like they thought he was good looking or whatever, but they were also making him out to be quite a himbo. But he's got his own skills and talents that are separate to being an elf.
He's not FIGWIT. FIGWIT is the character. FIGWIT is the character with the humor, and Bret is something different. He's an actor and a nice guy, and so why not?
It starts off with just an elf that looks good and that catches your attention, but then you find out the guy's a musician and he's a comedian, and he doesn't just do this stuff, he does it really, really well.
The phenomenon of FIGWIT would probably have died by now, because it probably would have died with his part in the film. But as he is doing other things which are probably of more artistic credibility and creativity than the part he had in the film, I think FIGWIT will probably have a much longer life than it otherwise would have had.
I decided to do the website because there was quite a few FIGWIT websites around, but there was no central place where you could just see about Bret and just link to all these other places and get a general idea of what he does. So nobody else was doing it, so I thought I'd do it. The site is supposed to just be a hobby, so it sort of gets behind a little bit, but I try to keep it pretty up to date, and especially with pictures and things, because people always want to see new pictures of Bret.
Because we've been doing shows, it keeps the Bret news going. So there's there'll be something for them to write about, an update. Bret will be performing in whatever place.
Can I see him anywhere performing?
There's a lot of people who know him who, when they want to know what he's up to, they'll just check my site to find out where he's going.
Occasionally you get in an audience, you'll have some FIGWIT comment. You can often tell the people who it is. When we played Melbourne last year, and look through the curtains to see if there's any, because we had quite a lot of our publicity was based on the FIGWIT thing, because people always find it out whenever they do research. They just look on the internet, and if you look at Friday the Conchords or something like that, it'll just become FIGWIT, like heaps of web pages, so they get interested in that and look through the curtains, and occasionally you see two people who look completely mismatched, could only meet on the internet, and they'll be wearing a chain with a little gold ring, the ring.
One time when I watched the show, the entire front row was just people who knew him from the FIGWIT thing, which is, and he even said we'd looked down and seen a lot of familiar faces down there, because he just filled the front row with FIGWIT fans.
Sometimes after our show, we'd be sitting around with them, and someone would say, "So how do you guys know these girls?" And I'd love saying, "Oh, these girls started an internet fan site for Bret. They're fans of Bret's."